It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
It is Friday, and we made it to Friday. I think that's saying, Diana? It's been a week, hasn't it?
I've been better than I think you have been. You've got a lot going on.
There's been a lot going on this week. There's just been a lot. Sarah's out of town this week, so
Yeah.
it has been a lot. There's been a lot going on. The earthquake and lots of stuff happening. But nevertheless,
here we are.
Go. Thanks for filling in.
You bet.
Sarah, I think should be back Monday, but who knows?
Yeah, all the folks, all the regulars are just like, where is Sarah? When is she coming back? So don't worry, y'all. You aren't stuck with me forever.
All right, let's do some news. Springfield News Leader is reporting that Missouri State University men's basketball coach Dana Ford is under investigation in Polk County, accused of sexual misconduct. He's accused of inappropriately touching a woman at a golf tournament in Bolivar back in September. She reported it to MSU's Title IX office, and they began an investigation. Then the Polk County Sheriff's Department is where she reported it next. We know Dana Ford is currently in his 5th season coaching the basketball Bears. No comment from him at this point. We'll watch that play out.
Yeah.
A man has been searching. A man police had been searching for in Benton County. It's a man they warned us was armed and dangerous. Has now been arrested. 30-year-old was wanted in connection with a series of thefts, including car thefts, throughout Benton County. The sheriff's department was happy about the arrest, said on social media that he had plagued the south end of that county for some time, and that had ended with his arrest. So, armed and dangerous man now in custody.
Yeah, thank you, policemen and women. Well, Springfield City Councilwoman is supporting a law that would penalize developers for intentionally letting buildings they own deteriorate so that they can have them demolished and avoid historic preservation regulations. Councilwoman Monica Horton has proposed the ordinance, and it's currently being looked at by a committee. And I'm sorry if you guys are hearing extra noise behind me. My dogs are in here, and
I can see that. Yeah, I can see one of them right there. We didn't hear anything.
Okay, well, good.
I don't think.
But yeah, he's decided to just scratch his whole body.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, then we've got 14 acres of land just south and east of Costco will become the new corporate campus for Legacy Bank and Trust. The bank is planning to build an office building there and extra space to offer offices for lease. So if you want leasing space near Costco, I think we got a good fit.
They have cheap lunches, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're building some nice. They just built that brand new bank off of Sunshine, so it's exciting to see them expand.
Yeah.
Well, the trash situation in some local cities stinks. Republic Services is running behind on trash pickup. I don't know if you guys have experienced that. So garbage bags are piling up in neighborhoods all around Springfield. Republic Services is blaming the winter weather and unsafe roads, saying that they prioritize the safety of the public and its employees above picking up your trash.
Oh, that's interesting. We don't have, what is it, Republic Trash Service?
Yeah, Republic Services.
We don't have them, but our trash was delayed for quite a few. It was a surprising number of days to me when it felt like the snow was already gone. But I understand how they get delayed. You know, if the snow prevents them one day, now they're a day behind, and sometimes it's 2 days. So it took them. I would say I think our trash comes Friday mornings. And it was probably Monday or Tuesday morning before they came, as I recall.
Wow.
So
we only had like a day or two difference, but those trash trucks are gigantic. I mean, and I commend them for doing the right thing and probably delaying until the roads are melted a little bit.
Okay. They got trash to pick up now, that's for sure.
Yes.
Speaking of snow, which was on the roads preventing them, they say, from driving around, we might have a little snow this morning. It's going to be cold. It's 20 degrees outside, probably by the time you're getting up. So people watch this at different times. So there may be snow falling when you're watching this. But we're going to warm up. Tomorrow's going to be beautiful, about 51 degrees, sunshine. It'll be cold overnight again. Sunday, almost 60 and mostly sunny. Monday, 53. So, every day it's in the 50s is a day it's not in the 20s, as far as I'm concerned. And then we got chances for rain starting again on Tuesday. Maybe some rain, snow on Thursday. You know how we'll watch that as it gets closer. But it's going to be a really, really nice weekend in the Ozarks after what was kind of a dreary week. Not a lot of sunshine.
Yeah, we need some sunshine.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
that's good.
I'm with you. We'll get it this weekend. 2022 was a very good year for O'Reilly Automotive, which is great to hear. For the first time in the Springfield-based company's history, its annual revenue exceeded $14 billion.
So their annual review probably looked really good.
Yeah, that probably
because of their revenue.
was very, very good as a result of the revenue. Sales jumped by 8% over the prior year. The CEO thanked the company's 85,000 employees for their dedication and for providing excellent service. And, every time I've been in O'Reilly's, we went in O'Reilly's back in my hometown, Collinsville, Illinois. We had an issue, and they came out, they fixed the issue. I was hiding in the car because I couldn't fix the issue, so Sarah had to go in.
So you sent your wife into O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Because I was embarrassed that I couldn't fix whatever dumb problem it was. But hey, listen, they fixed it, and they promised not to rat me out because they did get out of the car.
Oh my goodness!
But they thought it was cool that I was from Springfield because that's home base of O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, that's awesome, O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah. We know there's a shortage of teachers across the state of Missouri. Well, now Drury University is partnering with Nixa Public School System to help prepare future teachers. Interns from Drury will serve as student teachers in the Nixa school system for 2 semesters, working with experienced teachers in grades 1 through 6. The partnership is expected to get started and take off this fall, which is cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, it has taken some time past Christmas, but the local Salvation Army, it exceeded its goal of $1 million for its most recent Red Kettle campaign.
Cool.
Several local businesses stepped up with larger donations to help the charity hit its goal because the Salvation Army was only about 60% of their goal at Christmas.
Yeah.
So Bass Pro Shops, for one, matched $25,000 worth of donations. So
that's super cool.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I love
Good
hearing
for
those
them.
stories.
Yeah, I love to see the businesses come in too and be part of it on a grand scale. So good for them, everybody who took part. All right, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday.
What?
It's right around the corner, and the Kansas City Chiefs are in it. That means money is flying all over the place, all across the country and in Missouri as people bet on the game. That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Some
I love
lawmakers in Missouri now want the state to get in on the take a little bit. 2 bills are currently in the legislature. Good timing for those. That would legalize gambling in the state for anyone 21 years old and older, including sports betting from your phone. So you can get an app from Caesar's Palace or any of the big sports books.
DraftKings or
yeah. Right. That's a big thing now, and you would be able to bet legally. Now people are doing it, but it's illegal to do that in the state of Missouri now. So if you're doing it, sorry to tell you that, but Missouri's looking at trying to figure out a way to make some money on it, one, and to just make it legal for people.
Wow.
For better or
It's
worse.
also illegal to go over the speed limit, isn't it? I mean,
I've heard that. I've had several officers tell me that.
Right? So, I mean, pick and choose your battles, right?
That's true. That's true.
All right. Well, speaking of Super Bowl Sunday, as it approaches, Chiefs quarterback, our guy, Patrick Mahomes, he says he's in a better spot when it comes to his high ankle sprain. He continues to receive treatment on the ankle, which he hurt in the divisional round against Jacksonville. And Mahomes says he's planning on some adrenaline to help him perform on it for the big game Sunday.
Wow.
So keep on keeping on.
Well, you know what? If there's ever a time for adrenaline to rush, it's during the Super Bowl. So we hope it lasts about 3 hours, that adrenaline.
Yes.
To get him all the way through it and no overtime. Speaking of the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl commercials will be out there, and they're big money, big audience watching the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a group that does commercials a lot. If you watch the St. Louis Cardinals on Bally Sports,
Okay.
I know a lot of people can't because they don't get that channel anymore. But during St. Louis Cardinals games, there's a group called HeGetsUs.org that does commercials. And the commercials are about things that are happening in current culture. Like, let's say infighting. Everybody's on edge and ready to go at each other,
Mhm.
inflamed,
Mhm.
right? They take a subject like that and they say, you know, Jesus knows what that's like. He lived through that.
Mm.
People were inflamed in his day, so much so they crucified him. So they're saying the point
Wow.
of it is he gets us. He understands our situation, where we are in our current lives, which I think is a great, just
Yeah.
a great campaign. I've seen the commercials; they're really well done. It's behind the Cardinals' home plate sometimes for the ad.
Mhm.
Hegetsus.org.
Mhm.
So they're going to do a Super Bowl commercial. It's about 20 million. I don't know if that's what they're paying, but typically about $20 million to reach 10 million viewers, or 10 million, 100 viewers
Yeah. Yeah.
at a time. So be looking for that. I don't know if they'll have new ads. I imagine they
Yeah.
probably will.
I've
But
seen those before,
you
and
have,
they're
okay.
really compelling. I mean,
Yeah, they
I
are.
feel like they're very relatable, and
Mhm.
I wish them luck. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'll tell you what the website is. I looked it up. It says on their website, they say He Gets Us is a movement to reintroduce people to the Jesus of the Bible and his confounding love and forgiveness. We believe his words, example, and life have relevance in our lives today and offer hope for a better future. So that's the
Mm,
He Gets Us organization. Look for that during Super Bowl.
cool. Well, I'll transition from that from maybe people were taking the Lord's name in vain whenever they heard about this. The St. Louis Zoo, well, it had a surprise on Tuesday morning when they found staff found a 300-pound bear outside its enclosure.
Oh,
So maybe it was like, oh my gosh.
oops a
But
daisy.
Zoo staff said it was a challenge to get the bear tranquilized. It took about 90 minutes to get him back into his safe enclosure because he was hiding out in some wooded area. It obviously did not affect the zoo's public opening or anything like that. They just had to reschedule, I think, a preschool group and tell them not to come. And the bear
Wow.
is doing just fine. So,
That's crazy.
isn't that crazy?
I remember I saw that bear. I saw that very bear when we took the kids to the zoo. And St. Louis Bear Zoo, St. Louis Bear. St. Louis Zoo is such a great zoo. It's free. Take your kids there. It's
Hmm.
really fantastic. So
Parking.
when
They
I
charge
heard
for
this,
parking, though. But yeah.
not if you park in the park. If you park in
Oh.
Forest Park along the street and walk, that's what I do.
Oh, see, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. Totally free. I'm not giving anybody money for anything. But it
I know this. I've heard you complain about that multiple
That's right.
times.
It's an Andean bear, so it's a smaller bear because they have the big grizzly bear, they have the giant polar
Uh-huh.
bear that are huge, and you can get really up close to them in the enclosure, but they have glass,
Yeah.
plexiglass or whatever in between. You get to see the polar bear swim. It's really cool. So I was thinking one of those bears, and that would have been not a
No,
good
just a
deal.
little guy.
It's a little bear. I
300
mean,
pound little guy.
300 pounds, good sized bear, but by comparison, pretty
Wow.
small. But I actually saw that bear, and we got to be pretty close to it, and there wasn't a whole lot keeping it in the pen, I remember. And
Uh-huh.
my kids said, those other kids are throwing stuff at it. So I told my
Oh,
kids, you better not throw anything at that bear.
that's
Leave
not
that bear
nice.
alone.
Don't do that.
So maybe
Yeah.
somebody's throwing stuff at it and it just wanted out, wanted some peace and quiet.
Well, just from my days at the park and learning how, I spent a day at the zoo one time, and the zoo is part of the parks department here in Springfield. It's not like that in many cities, but the zookeepers get up very, very, very early because you think about what time the animals want to eat. And a lot of times they try to feed them and take care of them and clean the cages and everything before it opens to the public. So I'm guessing that this was probably in the very early hours of the day.
Yeah.
So
And they didn't shut the door completely.
no, no.
Oops a daisy. That's on the checklist. That's my
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
I should have closed the door and locked it in the bear pen. Wow, that's crazy. Well, it would have been quite a story if you were there the day that a bear got loose at the zoo, for sure.
A very bad day. But it's not going to be that day for us today because it's Friday. Yay.
Friday. It's Friday. Have a great Friday, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Go Chiefs. We'll be rooting them on
Yeah.
Sunday evening, like all of you. And then we'll see you back here bright and early on Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.